thought before I retire, I'd go through this because I thought this is interesting. This was an interview that Adam Chitwood of Collider Videos had with Fabian Wagner concerning Justice League and Superman's black suit. And we get really a good answer from him. And I'm kind of glad. Let me get to that point right here. So, here is what Wagner had to say about the suit. Okay, here it is. Clearly, this film is a unique case in that the reshoots were done and things were changed, and the fans are kind of left wondering what of Zack's original version was left out of the finished film, and kind of if or when we'll ever get to see it. And then I know that Superman's black suit was one thing that didn't make the final cut, and something that both Henry and Zack teased during production, and something that fans were really looking forward to seeing. I was kind of curious. What was it like shooting that black suit and kind of seeing a different side of Superman? So here's what Fabian Wagner had to say. Yeah, actually, to be totally honest, I just can't remember if we were shooting it as a test or if we were actually shooting it as a full scene with the suit. I definitely shot it, but I just can't remember if it was more of a test or a full scene. But definitely seeing the black costume was great. So I'm not 100% sure whether that would have been in the movie anyhow. But yeah, I mean, all the Superman scenes were great, and even just shooting Superman in his normal suit was just, a lot of fun for someone who grew up in that era where Superman movies just had come out, and it was just great to shoot these iconic characters like Superman and Batman. For me, that was just great fun. So, Wagner pretty much confirms what I already knew, which we showed in the B-roll footage, and we showed in the wrap footage, and we showed in pictures. I doubt Superman was ever going to use the black suit in this movie. And even in the concept art, they didn't have him in the black suit. There was no real opportunity in this movie for Superman to have the black suit. And the reason why I say this is because when he is revived, he blows out of his funeral clothing. Of course, he gets into the blue suit the next time we see him. So I'm assuming that when he went, whether it's to Alfred's place or wherever, he got the blue suit. And if you look in the trailers, you see hints of the blue suit. So I'm assuming that Superman picked up his suit by Alfred, probably, or wherever he picks up his suit, because we don't know where he hangs his cape anyway. So wherever he hangs his cape, he picked up his suit, and then he went by Alfred to find out where the League went, and then he went to wherever the League went. So I think that's how that goes. But what I would say is, this is just my deductive reasoning based on the information I have. Wagner's saying that this probably wasn't going to make the cut anyway. I think Zack was probably messing around with the black suit idea, but mostly for fandom and mostly for the fans' sake, he took pictures of Henry in the black suit, probably running a scene or two just to see what it would look like in the black suit. But just do remember, Henry was in the black suit in Man of Steel, okay, with a sort of silverish-like S as well. So it's not the first time Henry was in a Kryptonian suit. Basically, it's a Kryptonian suit. So, I mean, we'd already seen it in Man of Steel. We didn't need to see it in Justice League. But I know some people were down about it, but by and large, I don't think that was a big deal because, once again, the story was crazy. Something else Wagner said here, which I thought was really cool, was he was talking about a scene that he wished had been kept in the movie, but he understands why it wasn't kept in the movie. And that was the scene with Batman on the gargoyle. The close-up shot of it was iconic, I gotta admit. That shot in the trailers was iconic. We didn't see exactly that shot. We saw another shot that sort of imitated Batman on the gargoyle, like we see in the animated series and in Batman animated series, and even in the comics. And that was awesome as well. And once again, they chose not to keep the shot that Wagner really, really wanted to see, which is okay. I mean, I would have loved to see that shot. I understand why Wagner feels the way he does. I mean, especially with taking shots of these things. But at the end of the day, does it really serve the movie? Is it important to the movie? You have to ask yourself those questions. I mean, there's a narrative going on in the movie, and while that would please the fans and be great fan service, does it carry the story along? And you have 2 hours to carry it along. This movie was 1 hour and 59 minutes long. So I think that was good speed. It was moving through the story, and that was what was important. So I absolutely defend Justice League, the movie, every step of the way. But I just wanted to show you this evidence, again, supporting what I have been saying all along. And there's tons of evidence to support what I was saying all along. The story was going to go just the way how it was going. But it's just that maybe it would have had a little bit more details about things. But nothing to detract from the story. It wasn't going to take away from the story, leaving out those scenes. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get to the point with these movies. So that's what Whedon did. He did an excellent job, I gotta say. Alright, guys. You guys have a great one.